Welcome to the Cortosaurus channel. We are the Gestures. I am Jackosaurus. And you are?
Ace of Swords.
Welcome to Camelot.
Welcome to Camelot.
I don't know what he said.
It's Camelot. JFK.
Okay.
No, it's a Prince Arthur.
Yeah.
The round table.
The round table. But our kind of round tables.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are we going to talk about today?
um, we're gonna talk about the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Our good old fashioned Statue of Liberty. Isn't she pretty?
She's gorgeous, my dear.
And why do you like her so much?
Cause she's so green, like money.
Dala dala.
Make you holla.
Exactly. But, you know, why is she, to me, she's pretty because she represents what?
Freedom and liberty.
Are you sure?
That's what. Well, that's what I thought. What?
Well, yeah, she does represent because when the French gave it to her, gave it to the United States, what was it about?
Oh, the French gave us something.
Well, you're starting to sound like somebody I know.
The French, they don't give us nothing.
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 We are
just
the
take,
best.
they just take stuff. So, so the French gave us the Statue of Liberty. Statue
Yes, when?
of Liberty
When?
in the 1800s after the Civil War,
Yeah.
after the Emancipation Declaration.
Yes.
Can you say that fast? Emancipation Declaration. Emancipation Insemination.
Anyways, so the French.
It's very serious.
Yes, it's
Let's not make fun of it.
Yeah.
Um,
This beautiful lady
we appreciate
was given to us by the French. Okay.
and it's a great gesture.
Yes.
It means it has a lot of meanings behind it.
Yes.
And it was Lincoln alive?
That's exactly what the point is. It was exactly when he died.
When he died.
They wanted to give her give the Lincoln's widow the Statue of Liberty also.
Oh.
As a commemoration and to honor the great man that Lincoln was, to have done what exactly for the country, the to have gained, not only the independence from what exactly?
From England.
No, well, that was during.
Oh, we're talking about the freedom of emancipation of the slaves in America.
Yeah, well, that was one. It was two. It was actually two reasons, right?
Oh, and the revolution in France had to do anything with that?
You're messing everything up. Anyways,
I went to public school. I'm sorry. And
it's like in public schools. Public schools are not bad.
yeah, but it was a bad sector.
It sounds like we the best.
The schools are bad. The schools are bad.
Anyways, going back to Statue of Liberty.
They did their best. Okay, it's just I wasn't paying attention.
Yes, it was given to the United States to commemorate the fact that it was receding. Okay.
Receding.
Yeah, recession. Like
Secession.
secession. Yes.
Okay, this was in the 1860s. So it was about Declaration of Independence was in 1776, right?
Yes.
So
But this gift was in
64 or 65?
86. It was
Oh.
actually the gift, the actual gift.
The
was
actual
made
gift.
in 1886.
Okay.
However, the idea started sprouting ever since 1865.
Okay.
When the the slavery was abolished.
Okay. So now I get what you're trying to say. It is not just not only it has to do with the end of the Civil War and the emancipation of the slaves, but also they kind of wanted to do a retroactive commemoration about the American Revolution, the celebration that this new republic was a free republic from monarchy and emancipated from external powers. So it was a dual commemoration, right?
Yeah, well, it
It,
was the oh no, so you're forgetting the widow. It was a gift to the
oh,
widow,
oh,
Lincoln's
it was a
widow.
personal
Yeah,
gift, and then
right,
and then the widow gave it to us,
yeah.
and
That's
the widow was like, I don't
okay.
have a stand in my house because it's too big.
Give it to New York.
Yes, I have all these shelves and they have different figurines, and they're not gonna fit in my house. So, so, okay, so are we sure about this? That it was a gift
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. I read it in two
to.
languages, French and English.
Okay,
Okay, I
so
love French, so I can tell you that.
vous parlez français?
Bien sûr,
Ah,
madame.
très bien. Okay.
I called him madame. He doesn't even know.
Hey, non, c'est pas très bien. Je suis à mesure.
Anyways, okay.
So it was a gesture towards the country, but it was handed to in symbolically to the wife, the widow of Lincoln. Wait a minute, the
Lincoln.
Lincoln's widow. I thought she Lincoln was a widower.
Lincoln was. I don't know if it was before he married this broad. Whoops! Did I call her broad?
Hey, we are in the 1950s. Classic Hollywood. We call broads.
Yeah. Broadway show. Broadway show.
We will have. Hey kid, we will have Paris always.
Anyways, going back to the
Okay.
Statue of Liberty. So she was given to, the United States, bright and beautiful. She wasn't green at the time because she was what? Copper. She
Oh,
only turned green afterwards.
oh, she was copper,
Exactly.
like brown, like me.
That's right.
Copper tone.
And she had also something else that most people don't know. Ah,
What
what is it?
what else did she have?
She had chains.
Okay, all right. Wait a minute.
Not only she was
She
holding,
has a
she was
torch
holding a torch in her right hand.
and a book because she's a nerd.
No,
She has a book in the
it's
left
not
hand.
there originally. I'm sorry. It was a broken chain. Like that she was holding in her left hand.
She had a broken.
Oh, paf, 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 paf. You okay?
Yeah, it's just these. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. Everybody knows that. That they don't say that.
Well, you didn't like the truth
Yeah, it was kind
about
of
the chain.
hard to swallow.
Well, it is.
So,
Just look it up. Google it. Ah.
so the Statue of Liberty in the original design
Yes.
was supposed to have a torch to lighten
Yes. To lighten
and
the world
exactly
with the principles of liberty.
exactly and in her left hand she's supposed to have broken chains
Exactly.
symbolizing the
What?
freedom
Um,
from slavery.
from slavery. Exactly.
Okay,
Where are those dang chains? Where do you think they are?
so
Take a wild guess.
when you were reading in both languages, I heard that they had made a compromise because the Americans didn't want to have this huge statue with broken chains in her left hand. So they said, "Can we do something about that?" Because it was kind of radical at that time. Like, wait a minute, what are you trying to tell us? What are you trying to tell us, you sneaky French?
That we are just too bigoted? We're not bigoted.
And we need to unchain these slaves,
Yeah, we did that. Okay, but let's forget it now.
unchain our hearts.
Let's forget it. Let's just
So,
to the rug.
tell us.
So the chains.
They
The United States did not want the chains anywhere next to that dang statue.
so the powers that be at that time said, "Okay, we will take your gift. We like it.
Yeah, but without the chain.
because it's abroad.
And, and then what happened? The Bartoli, the one who designed, I mean, not designed, I mean, like, who actually sculpted the dang statue, he said, no, 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 I want that chain on there.
Okay.
That French wanted that chain on there.
All right.
And where did the chain go?
So the chain is in a place that no one can see because it is hidden uh, under the robes of at the feet of the Statue of Liberty. So there are pictures online. If you look online, you can see from a from a view,
Aerial view?
aerial view. Yes, aerial view. You can see that she's actually stepping on broken chains,
That's right,
and they're
people.
sticking out from underneath her robes.
That's right, people.
But
Did you know that?
if you go to the Statue of Liberty, you can see that there is sort of a she's standing on top of a building. It's like a stand, and
It's a pedestal.
it's a pedestal. Um, it's an edifice, right?
Yeah. People can go through underneath
Exactly.
there, I guess. I don't know. I've never
They
been.
might have
I
a no,
don't know.
but
I just know it from Google.
yes, and I think there might be a mini museum in there, right?
Yeah, I believe it.
And
I
a
guess.
gift shop because you got to buy some stuff.
Yeah, you got me get statues, mini
You got to
statues.
get mini
Come on.
statues. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
But yes. So I mean, it wasn't always there, but here comes, like for the longest time, all the rangers, that were doing tour guides on the Statue of Liberty were like, yeah, well, this is the statue. We're going to give you all the information about it, but they always omitted the chains.
So the Rangers weren't unaware
Yes.
of the chain
For the longest
issue.
time until recently.
Even though if you could have a drone, you could actually see the chains. But
yes, and that's why most of the people don't know anything about
yeah,
those chains.
because you're looking from a perspective of you're looking actually kind of
Yeah, I mean,
you're
not
looking up the skirt of the Statue of
are
Liberty.
supposed to guide people and just tell what's up with the chains if they don't saying it.
So your neck is like that when you're looking at Statue of Liberty. You go like that and you're looking up the skirts. Okay. So it's hard to see the.
Is she a dingling?
No.
That's not a dingling.
No, just
Anyways,
let's not go there.
let's not go there.
And we support everyone.
That's right.
We support everyone, okay?
Okay, free channel.
Yeah.
Yay.
And you're looking up and you can see the majestic view of the Statue of Liberty, but you aren't able to see her standing on chains because of the perspective you're viewing the statue from.
Yeah, and not only that,
And
I mean, for the longest time, the rangers that were supposed to inform all the tourists from all
Yeah.
over the world about it never mentioned that until recently.
okay, so what happened recently?
Recently, as far I would say about 2019, 2020, this is when there were some African Americans that went to the statue.
An intellectual, a professor,
Yes,
a doctor,
more particularly this one doctor,
Joy
Joyce Degree. I
Degree.
believe that's she's that last name sounds French, so I'm gonna say it like
Degray.
or
Okay.
Degray in English.
But if you look at it, if you wanna, if curious about her talk, she has someone is interviewing her on YouTube. She has several interviews. If you looked on YouTube, Dr. Joy Degree,
Yeah, Joyce Degree.
Joy's Degree.
Yes.
Even though I've seen her.
Degrui.
Okay.
Yes.
And you can see her talk on. You can see her retelling how she got the park rangers and the administrators of the national park where the Statue of Liberty is standing in the island, how to inform the public and how to inform the um, park rangers to inform the public about this um, overlooked fact about the Statue of Liberty
That's right. So basically, eventually the Department of Interior basically requested this one doctor to
to
just,
educate.
basically retrain,
Mhm.
the park rangers in order for them to include all that history of the chains
Apparently,
in their tour guides and presentation.
as she retells us, she had gone to the um, some type of museum in Paris, and
Yes.
she saw the original.
By the way, that video is going to be linked up, so we can, so
Yes,
you can
we'll do
see
that.
what
We'll
we're
put a
talking about.
link to her video. She had gone to the um, uh, either a museum or archives where they had the original drawings of the intended design of the Statue of Liberty.
That's right, the
Okay,
original ones.
and that's what made her started thinking.
That's right.
And she, of course, she was aware that the Statue of Liberty was standing on broken chains,
Because
but
she had gone to Paris and
exactly,
seen the original designs
exactly.
there.
So, um, now, together, if you go visit the Statue of Liberty, you can see a picture or a drawing of the original design,
Yes, with the
and
shades,
you can also
of course.
have a picture. You can see the picture of the what's going, the actual design that we ended up with.
Yeah,
So you can have a better view of the a picture of the Statue of Liberty as it stands right now, with her standing on the broken chains.
that's right.
So you can have two versions. You can see the drawing of the original version of the Statue of Liberty holding the broken chains on her left hand,
Hmm.
and also you can see the version that we ended up with, which is her standing on broken chains,
What
with
about you see them?
some of most of the chains sitting underneath her robe.
Okay. But
Uh,
anyways, so fast forward to today. What's going on?
oh, there
In
is more
2025.
more Statue of Liberty news.
Of course.
Okay,
Ha! Yeah, you haven't heard?
so I heard some murmurs that the French wanted their um, statue back.
Ooh.
Their something givers.
Yes,
They
this.
give and they take.
Yes, this minister of France, of the
Oh,
Parliament of France. His name is
they're equivalent to a senator
yes,
in the U.S.
exactly.
So one of the ministers of the assembly in
Yes.
France made a speech.
His name is, if you want to look it up, it's Raphael Glucksmann. Okay.
That
You know,
sounds like
yeah, a lot of people are going to say, yeah, he's not real French. Glucksmann, what is that?
yeah,
Who knows that?
Black Pistol.
But anyways, he is French. There, he's in the government. He's, okay. Let's not talk about that. And
Yes,
then
it's not
he is like high grade government.
yes.
Okay. So we are basically talking about a guy who basically said, listen, people, like, we gave you that statue, basically as a symbol to basically honor the fact that you stand for the principles of liberty and freedom. Okay, this is why we gave you that statue. But today, what the heck did you do with it?
Yes. So it was
What are you doing
it
with
was kind of a
tonight?
he was taking a rhetorical cue from our fearless leader, because he wasn't actually expecting us to give the statue back, but he was using it as a give us our Panama Canal back, give us the Canada back, give us that kind of way, right? So they every politicians now are mimicking
Yeah,
the rhetorical
the one and only.
flourishless
Yes,
foolishness.
yeah. I mean, it seems like all of the politicians throughout the world are just and they have gotten that one
Bombastic,
yes, they all got their got the
their mojo.
gist of the day. Got to
Yes.
get like very
Yeah.
oomph in your face kind of,
Yes.
that was never.
Testicular.
I mean, anybody of our generation,
Yeah,
or
you'll be more subtle, more diplomatic. And what's going on here?
you know,
Yes.
you know, all the politicians of the time, they used to be like so subdued, so subtle, so like diplomatic, and no, yeah,
Civil.
our fierce leader
Civility.
changed all that.
So there's
It's
no
like,
more
no
civility
more.
in
All the
public
politicians
discourse.
nowadays, they just in your face, bah, bah, bah.
Yes.
No, you give us the Statue of Liberty back. Okay,
Yes.
enough.
So,
Because you don't represent the principles no more. That's it.
yeah.
Okay.
So he said that. He said that.
He
He
actually
said
said
that.
that. Yeah.
Hey, we're breaking up.
That-
Uh, we've grown apart.
okay.
You change. You change, girl.
Okay.
Girl,
You
you
know,
change.
you used to be, so lovely, and we used to love what you represent. Your ideas, your frou dresses, copper dresses. And all of a sudden you just say, "No, we the best. We want to separate from everybody. We don't want any part of you. And plus, you taking advantage of us. I don't want any part of you."
So, the paraphrasing the verbiage was that since the United States no longer represents the original principles of liberty that are represented in the gesture of the Statue of Liberty gifts, they should just hand it back. I mean, they have no need for it.
Well, he's getting really pedantic, this one.
Very pedantic.
Oh my God. Anyways, yeah.
So, the I don't know what he said. Many words didn't get nothing. Those words, I have the big words.
Yeah.
I got the best words.
You got the best word.
Okay, so that's what he said. He said that.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? He said that.
Yeah.
Okay, but we know why he said it and what it was actually a message. It was like a takedown, right?
Yeah.
It was a you burn, right? It was a burn. It was a burn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you burn.
Yeah.
Okay, so and well, the
So that caused a big, like, uproar, of course, a media, like brouhaha.
yeah,
Okay. And he
and
got back to who?
the
The
press secretary,
secretary here of present day to 2025.
2025. So it's a 27-year-old lady, who it's the press White House press secretary,
Yeah.
and she said that nobody cares what a low
Low level.
low level
She said nobody cares what a low level
Yeah.
French government
like
employee.
she thought that he was the secretary of
Yeah.
what is the low level position?
Of mop cleaning.
Yeah.
Of
Of-
sanitary.
Yes. Of emptying the garbage cans.
Latrines.
Yes. So obviously
Here's what head of department of latrine cleaning talks about. Nobody cares about that because we're not going giving back the statue.
and she also said that the French ooh la la, they will be speaking
Yeah.
999.
The French wouldn't be talking ooh la la.
It would be
It's like 999. We have the means to make you talk.
it would be speaking German. Were not for the bravery of the
United States.
United States,
That's right.
which she's right, but not all the way right. She's missing a few points, right? Um, Not only were uh, America and American soldiers uh, pivotal and instrumental in the freedom of France from the Germans, but also the Canadians and the English.
Yeah, it was not just the U.S. in there. Yeah, it was the Canadians. It was all kinds of people in there. British. I mean, hello, we forgetting those?
Which the French are very appreciative, and they have a huge cemeteries you can go visit, where they venerate and they respect the sacrifice of the GIs.
Yeah, they do.
But it is a it's being dismissive the way she said it, that the contribution of the English and the Canadians to the cause of freedom in World War II. What am I going with this?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Yeah.
I don't know. He's getting pedantic again. This
Yes.
one.
I'm,
Anyways,
I'm getting pediatric.
anyways,
Aguga.
hey, but listen, yeah, what France could have been speaking English too,
And first of all,
because guess what? If it was not to Charles de Gaulle in France, France could have been speaking English, okay? Because Charles de Gaulle, when all the Anglo-Saxon came in, to try to help them, yes, but they tried to also take the country, but nobody talks about that either.
actually, we could have been speaking English, the U.S.,
You know,
instead of
we,
y'all. So,
you mean like British?
use guys.
You mean like scones English, like
Yes. So, have you heard of Lafayette?
Lafayette?
Yeah.
The Galerie Lafayette in
Uh,
France?
Uh,
Where Lafayette?
Monsieur de Lafayette?
Oh, you mean the original Lafayette?
Yes.
The
It's a French aristocrat from the 1700s that was very instrumental in securing resources from France to help the Americans defeat the Reds, the not the communist Reds, but the British Reds. Back then, in 1700s, the Reds were the British,
not the Krasnov Reds.
not the USSR.
Not the Krasnov Reds.
No, Krasnuts.
Yeah, Krasnov in Russian is supposed to be red.
Oh, okay. So, um, uh, of course, during the American Revolution, the French kind of wanted to see the British suffer, right? So they helped the Americans with funds and armament and training.
That's right.
Help the
That's right.
revolutionaries in
Yeah.
France to
They helped them
break the
they helped
break the chains.
Noted that the French helped America first.
So you scratch my back, I scratch your back.
That's right.
You break my chains, I break your chains.
That's right.
You
But now Orange in Chief is saying, no, we're not scratching no more backs no more. That's
Yeah.
it. Finito.
So it is a interesting, complex situation going on right now that we are actually we don't like. Apparently, we no longer like the French, and we don't like the British either. We don't like the Canadians either.
You don't like me? I'm
No.
French.
Yeah, we don't like half of you.
Bye.
So no, don't do that. We still need half of you. So a lot of nonsense is going on, and the traditional coalition of the free world is apparently collapsing or about to collapse.
Yeah, I mean, and the European community is going cray. I mean, they just doing an armament race. They like armed to the teeth.
Yeah.
Like because I don't know, yeah, these two crazies, I don't know, like the red number one and red number two, I don't know,
Yeah.
get together, and they're trying to make Ukraine fall. We just going to arm to the teeth because we don't know what's next. I mean, we spent so many years without armaments, without military, and now the war is like knocking at that back door right there, and we got to race to arm ourselves by in 2030. Double our equipment, all our weapons and army and everything has to be double.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're arming themselves to the teeth. That's what basically she said.
Yeah.
And after World War II, um, the Roosevelt and Truman, we promised, actually, it was Truman. Roosevelt was sleeping comfortably. Uh, he had passed on. Yes. So the new order after World War II was that the Americans will help keep free Europe free, and in exchange for the Europeans not to start arming again, because we didn't want the Germans to build their military back up. Because hello, you did it twice. One and two, we're not. It's not gonna happen again. Sorry, sorry. So we didn't want the Germans to rearmed, and we didn't want the Italians to rearmed, and we wanted uh, to actually have a uh, what's it what's the in the neighborhood they have
What
the
neighborhood?
in the
Roger's neighborhood.
not the neighborhood. Basically, America was gonna be the neighborhood bully, right?
When? What are you talking about? When?
Not a bully, but a nice guy, right?
No, we are the best.
Yeah.
Come on.
So they were gonna offer um, support in the defense of free Europe from the any adversary, uh, as long as the European nations don't start rearming like crazy and cause World War III again, which would have been the last war ever, because
No,
nuclear.
because we're all going to be dada.
Yeah, boom.
Kaput.
Yeah, mushroom cloud, and not the good mushrooms.
Not the good mushrooms.
No, that's a bad mushroom. That's a bad mushroom trip, dude. The mushroom is not good, man.
I saw like a big, winged demon
Yeah,
coming at me.
my skin is all scratchy. It's melting my skin, man. That's not cool, man. Don't need that mushroom. So yes, there was a it wasn't like the Europeans or the Allies were taking advantage of the U.S. It was that um, it was to the best benefit of all that less people have nuclear weapons and dangerous weapons.
And it worked fine for a
Yeah.
while until
Yeah.
I don't know.
How many years from
It worked fine for a while
the 1950s to
until we decided to just
Yeah.
like arm wrestle everybody like
Yeah.
yo
Hey, good morning, man.
you better do this for me because we realize
What's in it for me, man?
yeah you put in you make Ukraine part of the European community because I say so, okay.
Man, not cool, man. It's a nice country you have.
And Putin was like say what.
That's Virginia.
Niet, niet, niet.
Niet, niet.
Okay, yet because in that constitution, the NATO's constitution, they said no movement eastward, and Ukraine is eastward. Okay.
Yeah.
So yet.
Niet, niet. Hey.
But it still happened. You can
Yes.
still become part of the European community, and now what? Putin said, yeah, no, I ain't having it. I'm a go and just after everybody now, cause I'm taking the crap.
Yeah. And
And now all the the Europeans are going gaga cuckoo because they're scared as crap, and
very scared.
they're scared because now they see how Orange in Chief is like so lovey-dovey with Putin.
Yeah, he's cheating on us. It's like,
I don't know about it.
hey, this is not a threesome.
Ménage à trois.
Yeah, we're not a trouble.
It's a ménage à trois.
Yeah.
No demande un ménage à trois. We want ménage à just a one European community. That's it.
Yeah.
Forget about everybody else because everybody else is doing their own thing, obviously.
So, the end of the story is that we wanted to share with you the interesting fact about the original intent of the gift and meaning of the Statue of
This
Liberty,
the beautiful
which
statue of Liberty.
everybody, when the you think Statue of Liberty, you think about immigration, right?
Yeah,
You think about
that's what I was told
yeah.
for the first time I came
Give
to
us
America.
give us all your tired masses
I was tired.
yearning to be free.
I
That's
was
the
yearning to be free
yes, right?
mentally because I was quick.
Which actually I think they're gonna take that poem out of the because we don't like immigration anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's the next thing.
Yeah.
Just watch.
Yeah.
So
but
it turns out that it's actually a symbol of freedom.
have you heard about the
Celebrating the end of slavery and mental craziness.
yes? So there is an angle, the angle of freedom from slavery, that the by that time the whole world had given most of the whole world had given up, the respectable free world had given up on their slave trade and ownership.
Yeah.
Yet the American states were a little bit behind the curve.
Yeah.
In freeing their
when they finally did, they were like, yay!
Yeah.
Finally, we celebrate you, brother. You have joined us into the enlightenment of this world, against any oppression and fighting for freedom and what it represents. But today, that statue represents something else because even what the slogan for the immigrants, even that they don't want it. Okay, so what's going on now? What are we gonna do? What are we going to do, people? Tell us in the comment down here, down there. Okay. But anyways, the situation is not going because guess what?
I forgot.
When the going gets tough,
I forgot the second part.
oh my God.
We're gonna try it again. We're gonna try.
When the going gets
tough, we crackle.
Keep we get the
Chuckles.
going.
When the going gets tough, we get the chuckle.
Going.
Cackle or chuckle?
Well, you can say chuckle, but it's it's funnier when you
Cackle.
say cackle.
When the going gets tough,
We get the cackling going.
when the going gets tough,
Get the cackling going.
when the going gets tough,
Get the cackling going.
when the going gets tough,
Get the cackling going.